Hello. Okay, I'm gonna do this setup again. Okay, I'm gonna pull up the chat. There's the chat right there. Right there. Here it is. It's right there. It's right here. Let's go. Okay, just make the window as large as possible. Move it into the background. Actually, no, wait. Did they change the size of this? Why does this seem so much larger? Did they make... Hold on. What's happening? That's huge. Why is this so huge? Okay, I guess this is fine. This works. Okay, this is here. That's good. Here we go. Alright, and then I do this thing. I'm gonna assume this is all set up correctly. It does seem to be set up correctly. I get the mouth movements. Alright. Does the music sound louder? Something about this sounds louder than usual. So you got... It does seem... No, actually, maybe it's fine. It's probably fine. It is. Maybe it's just this song. Sometimes it does that. Sometimes certain songs are a bit louder. Anyway, what the heck? You guys have been saying a lot. Welcome Deffins, welcome Stream Elements. You got Electro Retro, you got Shima Panic, Zoe, you got Tag Barrel, you got Marklar, you got Deffins. Okay, let me see what the heck you guys have been talking about. What happens if you refuse to release the fish? Do you lose? You don't actually have to release the fish. This game is called Catch and Release, but you can, you don't have to release them at all. You could release them. If you don't release the fish, you are stuck in limbo? No. You just sell them. Also, the music stopped. Oh, no, there it is. See, Wolfies are also the only variety of fish with red hair. Wolfies, those aren't fish. Not a fish. It's totally different. Let's see, fishing in general is kind of horrific once you think about what you're actually doing. It is kind of, actually, right? Catch and release, you know, some people might say, you know, releasing them is more humane, but also, like, the fact that the fish, like, bit into the hook, that kind of, like, ruins their mouth, right? It's kind of messed up. You release them back into the ecosystem, but they're, like, they're fricked up. They're messed up for life. They maybe could never recover from this. Shima Panic said, vocally, bada bum dum, this music out loud as I leave work. Got the intro song stuck in your head. The Electro says, I don't fish, but I used to as a kid. Chose not to do any hunting. And I hunted rabbit. I would never actually fight. You had a gun? You were shooting at rabbits? Okay, you said you were not actually shooting the rabbits. You do be fishing. So you got the ethics of hunting. Is hunting comparable to fishing? It is kind of similar. Okay, I've read most of the long comments. I would love to fish in real life, so my morals might be messed up. I don't know if it is immoral to fish. I mean, like, people are out there catching wildlife. It's just part of nature. Okay, with hunting, if it's necessary, do living in the US. Hunting is unnecessary. It's obviously farming. Got a lot of things. I know. I misread I read your comment. Could butcher and eat the fish. True. Can minimize the pain to the fish. Plenty of guides on how to butcher fish. True. Okay, welcome Chicken Coop. Your part is the closest thing you can come to ethical meat eating. Treating animals with love before slaughtering triggers disgust in most people. I mean, it's like different cultures have different things, right? Like in the US, the fact that we eat so much beef, and then in other places, you know, they respect cows as animals. So if you were to tell them that we're like farming beef and killing them, they'd be like, what the frick are you doing? You know, some places they don't eat pork, things like that. But here, it's like, you know, it's different. It's different based on the country, the ethics of the region. You know, like some people, it's like, oh, I can't believe you guys would eat this animal. You guys are hunting this animal, SMH. Can't believe these guys, they're savages. But then, you know, you look at other countries and they're like, well, you guys are eating all this stuff. It's fricked up. You guys are fishing. Don't you know fish are like sacred creatures? You can't eat fish. You know, things like that. I don't know if there is a country where fishing is like not a thing that they do. You know, but it's one of them. Yeah, we got ethics immediately. Look, this happened even before I started my stream, okay? You guys, you did this. You did this to yourself. Let's see, about fishing with hooks, what if the fish gets an infection? What if the fish is too tired to run from predators? Is still harm to the fish, release or not? Yes. Anyway, it's also like people do it for fun. And it's kind of like, you know, what if someone came into your house and they just like, I don't know, they left some food in your house and you're like, whoa, what is this food? You grab the food and then it like, it injures you. And then they capture you and then they release you back into your house and you're like, what the frick was that? I'm glad they didn't kill me, but why did they do this in the first place if they weren't gonna, you know? Why would they capture me just to release me? Seems kind of strange. But also, like, do they do this for other animals? Like, I know fishing has catch and release, but like in the wild, I don't think people don't hunt. They don't like capture rabbits and then release them, right? It's just like fish, only fish. Strange, I don't know. I don't even know. Raise that sheep for 3 years on your own child before snapping in the neck and consume. It's like farming is kind of different. We got fishing licenses in some places. Let's see, plants scream. I did see, yeah, I think you were the one who posted that thing on the Discord. There's an article about plants. Some people are also, you know, you can't tell if plants are really alive. Obviously plants are alive, but you can't tell if they have consciousness because they're not good at expressing it, you know? They're just out there living, you know? You see a leaf and you're like, this leaf is alive. It is, but you know, vegetarians are also eating leaves. The leaves are also alive. Also, welcome Bread Botnik. Remember seeing a video about how cows are super important in India, not just for milk, but the manure can be burning fuel in an area and don't have enough lumber. Yeah, it's like different places have different importance of animals. Cows, you got cows, you got pork. You know, pork is in some places. You can't eat pork. They're sacred. Just like cows. And then like some places they eat dogs, right? And people from the West are like, how can you eat dogs? That's fricked up. But then, you know, it's different. It's based on the local whatever. You don't even know. A typo. Hold on. I'm already like pretty far behind in chat. We come into this stream immediately with a discussion topic. Something along the lines of Bavaria being the only part in Germany where they force you to take lessons instead of just passing the exam. They have fishing exams in places. You can't just like buy a fishing rod and just go fishing. I know like if you do hunting, you obviously, I think you need like a hunting license. I guess also like maybe part of the reason for getting a fishing license is that, you know, maybe they teach you that in some places, they're like overfishing and you maybe shouldn't do it there. You gotta like pay attention to regulations. You can't just go to a random lake and start fishing because, you know, they have different types of bait that you're allowed to use and not allowed to use in the area. I think I got recommended a video on YouTube once. Some guy like was going fishing. I forgot what kind of bait he used, but it was like pretty common looking bait. And then like a ton of people in the comments were like, "I'm not allowed to use that kind of bait. Don't you know in this it's illegal to use this very common bait?" But then he was like, you know, actually, in this region the laws are different. You are allowed to use this kind of bait. And so maybe that's the kind of stuff that if you get a fishing license, they tell you. They're like, you're allowed to use this, you're not allowed to use this. Here's like the proper way to release. Here's a proper way. Don't introduce invasive species into a different lake. Stuff like that. I don't know. Got some complexity going on in here. Let's see, with fish, there's a pretty reliable way to capture them without killing them. Also true. Let's see, cows weren't treated that well, regardless of their divine statue. Most were malnourished and ate trash. Kudos for most of them for actually being vegetarians. I don't know, I have not seen it for myself, so I cannot say. It could be true. Llamas? Do people eat llamas? Do people hunt and eat llamas? See, probably differs depending on where you are. Yeah, it's different. Different regions. Don't bother reading Facepalm. Okay, I read your message and I was like, I don't know what you're saying, so I just skipped it. Now, licenses are meant to allow conservation. Yeah, okay. It's for like overfishing, different stuff like that. Training so people understand what they're doing. Hold on, I should be fishing. You know what? This is a fishing stream. I started off immediately reading chat, doing a discussion topic. We're not even fishing. Gotta start doing that. Can't have it be like those several months where I was just talking with no fishing. Those were some weird times. Let's see, okay, here we go. Okay, I've caught up with chat. Welcome episodes. Fishing stream, also welcome Marshall Lawful. What are we fishing for today? The title of the stream, actually. There are fish in this lake. That's right, we are catching fish. If you ever see me fishing, it's because I'm trying to catch fish, okay? That's typically what you do. It's called fishing because the type of things you're trying to catch are fish. Is that true for any other type of like hunting? Like, it's only fishing, right? If you're hunting rabbits, you don't call it rabbiting. If you're hunting deer, you don't call it deering. You just call it hunting. But then, like, with fishing, it's like, it's fishing. What's the deal with that? Why do they have special treatment? Is there, like, another type of thing where people are capturing things, but it's named after the thing they're capturing? Is fishing unique? Who named this? Who even decided to name it fishing? It might also just be an English thing. Like in some other languages, I'm sure they have different phrases for fishing that maybe not even contain the word fishing in them. You know, the word fish. In different languages, like I know in Japanese, the phrase for fishing does not have the word fish in it. Also, welcome Daisuko. Oh yeah, whaling, that is true also. Whaling is there. See, no one actually cares about the fishing, it's just something to do while we talk. I care. Sometimes I care. Like right now. I'm catching a fish right now. Look at this fish. When I released the fish, we were just oh shoot, that fish definitely suffered. Okay, we're gonna do another. I'm gonna catch another fish. I'm gonna catch a second fish today. It's already thundering. It's this early in the stream. We already got thunder. Got fishing with a P. PH, fishing. Let's see how I'm doing good. You need to be able to kill fish when fishing. That will be tough. Not sure if detached enough already. Is it like when you catch the fish and you gotta like smack it so that it actually dies? Is lobstering, when people catch lobsters, do they call that lobstering? Or is that something else? But yeah, whaling is a thing. They named that after the animal that's being caught. Sharks. Is there sharking? Do people catch sharks and call it sharking? Commercial fishing. John fish. Recreational fishing. Welcome, Mooney. Yo, that's me. What emote is that? Rose? Oh, is this Rose Doodle? I know who that is. This language, sometimes we want to differentiate the type of hunting / predating. It's true, but it's like, you know, fish specifically. What about birds? When people catch birds, what do they call that? Is it just hunting? Is it birding? Bird? When people watch birds, it's called bird watching. They got people watching, they got bird watching. What about fish watching? You think people ever are out there just watching fish? Not in captivity, perhaps. Let's see, fishing requires different tools to whaling. Hunting in the US is closely tied to game hunting with bows and guns. Oh yeah, trapping is also a thing. Why did they call it game hunting? It's like when they hunt deer, it's called like big game, right? Are they gaming? Is this a type of game for them? It's like when you see the, there's like this arcade game where you're like shooting deer. It's called like big game hunting, I think. Why did they call it that? I never thought about this. Game. And then like like certain types of meat. They say this meat is gamey. What does that even mean? I don't even know. Who decided these words? The word gaming. Let's see, in German there are two words for fishing. I can't... Angeln and fischen. Fishing. Yeah, well, that sounds just like fishing. Is the German word for fish... Does it sound similar to the English word for fish? Got a severe thunder warning where I live, so when I hear it on your stream, I think it's actually outside my house. Location doxed. You live, like, right next to this lake. Maybe you live right there. You see that red tent over there? Maybe you live there. Maybe this is your location. Maybe you live in that cave, huh? That cave that I refuse to go into? What if you lived in there? What if you lived up there on the waterfall? See, snorkeling is like fish watching. True. There was an anime about diving. Whoops. Snorkeling. It's called Amanchu. I watched like the first season of that. It's kind of scary. Like diving into the ocean, you could like easily run out of water. There's like water pressure. You gotta be considerate of so many different things. I don't think I could ever do it. Scuba diving, snorkeling. Feels like I could so easily just die. Everyone could so easily die. Discovering the ocean. There's so many things in the ocean we don't even know. You got fish. You got other animals. See, saw an eel swim back to the sea with a knife in its brain. What the frick? A knife in its brain? Game just means the flesh of mammals or birds used as food. Wait, really? So like when they kill cows, right? Cows are mammals, and then are those game? Are cows game? I don't even know. Birds. Why only mammals and birds? What about like dolphins, right? Dolphins are mammals. Is that also game? German word for fish is the fish and pronounced the same. Oh, is fish. I did not know. That makes so much sense. There's like so many German words that kind of sound very similar to English ones. I guess we do call it like the Germanic languages. Is English a Germanic language? I got like the classic meme of the Flammenwerfer or whatever. This is like a flamethrower. Flammen. It's basically the same word. There's a lot of times I'll see like a German word and I think, wow, I wonder what this could be. It sounds just like this English word, and it basically is. It's basically the same thing. But then they start uppercasing words. And you can tell any uppercase word is a noun. Something like that. Anyway, pretty cool. I don't know German. But I do know some Germans. You got them. You got Defins. You got Denchi. Denchi's also German. Whoa. Got that tiny fish. Look at this tiny fish. This fish, you can be released. You go back in there. 293. Gotta remember that 293 fish. You could be dead tomorrow. Technically, cow meat is game, but we normally don't use it since they are farm raised and not wild. Okay, so it's like game typically used for wild things that are caught or trapped. But like when people say meat is gamey, like, yeah, what's the reason for that? Is gamey? It's like a gamer. If meat is game, why aren't hunters called gamers? They could be. I'm sure there are people that call them gamers. All hunters are gamers. They do be gaming. Let's see, one of the main reasons for English and German language relationship and their similarities is because English is a language originated from West Germanic. Yeah, we call them Germanic languages. So one of the things we learned, they got like Germanic languages, you got Romance languages, right? I remember. From school, you guys remember school? I was there. I was in school. They were teaching languages. And I barely remember any of them. We studied Spanish. And I don't remember a lot of Spanish, but then I'll see some Spanish words and I'll be like, whoa, this word is very similar to an English word. And then I can infer its meaning. Let's see, I'm jealous of German capital nouns. Yeah, I feel like it is probably pretty useful. Just to see a word and be like, this is definitely a noun. It's nice when languages have like consistency in some parts of them. English is Germanic, I knew it. Welcome MM0. It's raining, can you get struck by lightning? No. We're immune because we're not real. Game today is short for wild game, you can differentiate. Oh yeah, there's also like game hens, right? There's like different types of hens that are hunted, I guess, and called game hens. What's the deal with that? A wild game. Do I remember English? Did I say welcome probs, not Jack? I feel like I did not. I feel like I didn't greet you today. Tuna T3? What does that mean? Do I remember English? Do I remember English? You guys remember English? You could be speaking English right now in this chat. Did I welcome Duck? Did I see Duck? No, I did not. I did not. Welcome Duck. Cognates? I don't remember what that is. There's like all these different like parts of speech that I don't remember. You got like different words. You guys remember words? You guys ever use words? I'm using words right now. Let's see, in the same way that some game journalists call games too gamey, calling a meat gamey is blaming it for tasting too much of what it is. But it's like a specific texture, right? When people say meat is gamey, it's got like this certain texture to it, I guess. I don't know if it's like a texture or a taste thing. But it's like, you know, it's something. Maybe it's like the lack of fat in the animal meat? I don't know. There's something, there's some sort of thing. Let's see, Lisa, I did not, you're tearing me apart, Lisa. What is that? Is that a reference to The Simpsons? Linguo, you guys remember Linguo? We had a robot named Linguo. Words are not discovered, they are manufactured based on their utility. True, also true. Gamey tends to be more mean, more lean, sorry, lean, lower fat. Yeah, that's the impression that I get. It's like chewy, right? It's a reference to Tommy Wiseau's The Room. Is that the one that's like, it's like so bad that it's good? One of those movies? Never watched it, but I have heard of it. That is a movie that I have heard of. Anyway, it's still raining a little bit. I always thought the meat was well exercised and lean. Yeah, I think that's basically what it is. Cognate is basically a similar sounding word in two languages. Oh, okay. I see. False cognates like soap and sopa. What is sopa? Is sopa Spanish? Does that mean something else? What does it mean? I'm sure there's like a ton of words that sound similar to all the words. Soup. Good soup. Okay, now that you mentioned that, it does sound familiar. Sopa. Yeah, soup. Why are you at soup? It's more than just being lean. Chicken is lean, but not gamey. Also true. I feel like when I think of gamey meat, it's usually like dark meat, right? But chicken is like mostly white meat. I don't know. It's complicated. Animals are so complicated. Tastes like it came from a wild animal where they have less fat and different flavor because their diets are way different. I don't know, like, I don't know. It's hard to say sometimes. It's hard to distinguish things at times. It's not just one of those movies, it's the most commonly recognized movie of that type. Yes. True. True, I do remember. I'm vaguely familiar with movies. Sometimes people will name movies and I'll say, I have heard of that one. I have never watched it, but I have heard of it. I am aware vaguely. Thank you, Spartan Janitor, for the raid. Once I finish catching this fish, I will shout you out. What were you doing? What have you been doing? Check out this fish. We're catching like a lot of these really small fish today. Look at this tiny fish. We got this tiny fish. You go back in there. Okay, let me shout you out. I'm gonna see what you were up to. Whoops. Where's my mouse? Where's my cursor? Okay, we do this. Shout out Spartan Janitor. Yo, Apex Legends. I played that game once. I played it on the Nintendo Switch and I got one win because I got carried. Hopefully you had a good stream though. Had a very satisfying win, that's cool. Love to win in video games. I don't know, I haven't played that game in a while, but it is a very popular game. People are definitely still playing it. It's definitely one of the games that people enjoy playing. I've never really been good at like FPS games, so I will not be playing that. I could see the appeal. You know, it's pretty cool. To laugh through the losses, you gotta be positive. Yeah, I mean, like when you go into playing a battle royale game, you kind of have to assume that you're not gonna win most of the time, unless you're like really good, I guess. I'm definitely not that good. It's like if I ever get a win, I'm like, what the frick? If I get a win, it's not because I was good, it's because the people that happened to be in my lobby were bad. And that's usually how it goes. You know? In most games, possibly. It's like if I win, it's because everyone else was bad. It's like when I was playing Splatoon, and I was like, what the? I actually won this? Are these guys like really that bad? That I am allowed to win? And then I retired as the undefeated champion. It's true. It is true. But Apex is pretty popular. Especially in Japan. Apex is like surprisingly popular in Japan for some reason. I don't really know why. It's pretty cool. They always have like those Apex tournaments in the corporate VTuber world. A lot of VTubers stream in Apex. I'm sure if you go on the Apex Legends tag right now on Twitch, you'll probably see a lot of VTubers. There's a lot of gamers in general. You guys remember PUBG? PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds? Do people still play that? That was like the first major Battle Royale game. And then everyone was like, yo, you gotta play PUBG, you gotta play it. And now like no one's talking about it. Is that a dead game? Do they still update that game? What's the deal with that? I don't know why either, it's wild. Yeah, we don't even know. I thought they didn't like the shooters in Japan. No, Apex is like really popular. I think Valorant is also pretty popular nowadays. I'm sure when Counter-Strike 2 or whatever 2 comes out, I'm sure a ton of people are going to be playing that. Times change. Times do be changing. Wolfie carries his team by having a carryable personality. Is that a thing that people actually say? I've never heard that term. A lot of battle royales pair you up with easily defeated bots for the first so many games specifically. So many games specifically, you have time to learn. You get I can't read for some reason. Too frustrated. Okay, yeah, they put bots in the game so that you can win. I know they did that in Fortnite. It wasn't always like that, but then they started adding bots and people, yo, I love this. I love to actually get kills in games. Yeah, V-Psycho, that's the thing. PUBG still gets updated. I don't know anyone who plays it. It's always like either Apex or Fortnite. Those are like the two big battle royales. Fortnite also, they release like an Unreal Engine thing specifically for Fortnite. Like Unreal Engine for Fortnite is what they call it, I believe. We're here catching the fish. They also have fishing. They got fishing in Fortnite. I remember when I played it. I played it on stream many months ago. They had fishing. I was there. I definitely did not catch a fish. Maybe I did. I don't remember. I tried to get into Valorant, but I can't have fun unless a friend is there to teach me to get better. I guess I could see that. It's like the motivation to play a game. It's like I could spend many hours playing this game and improving. Or I could do something else. And usually for me, I will often choose to do something else. It's like how I feel about fighting games. Well, okay, many games. Many games I don't feel like spending the time to improve on them. So I simply accept that I'm bad and I have no intention of becoming better. And then I just I play casually and then I just stop. See, since Callisto Protocol was a PUBG tie-in until the last moment, someone still has to be playing it. What is Callisto Protocol? That was like a game that was released recently, right? I think the reception was mixed. Some people have to be the main character in Tilt when they personally don't do well. True. True. People in battle royales, they gotta win. You got those streamers that are streaming battle royale games, and when they don't win, they rage. It would never be me. I would never rage. You guys ever see me rage at a video game? It will never happen. I'm physically incapable of raging. Not even Dark Souls. Not even the classically hard video game known as Dark Souls. Not even getting over it. Not even Jump King. This guy physically is not even able to be angry. He can't even pretend to be angry. Grr. Imagine if I was angry. That'd be so weird. That'd be so weird. Can't even pretend. Okay, we've been failing to catch fish recently. Let's see. Tried Valorant as well, and I'm sure it can be fun at the same time. It feels like a high noon simulator. Oh yeah, Overwatch. I keep forgetting Overwatch is also a thing. I never see anyone talk about Overwatch anymore. It was like when they released Overwatch 2, everyone was like, what the frick? This is like the same thing as Overwatch 1, but slightly different. And then now no one says anything. I don't even see any. Maybe it's just the people that I follow. I don't see any of them talk about Overwatch. Anyway, I don't know. How much it costs to get a fishing license in Bavaria, and it's 400 euros? That's a lot of money. Carryable, possessing the qualities of being able to be carried. By having a carryable personality, Wolfie makes his teammates try harder. Oh, being able to be carried. Okay. So like me being bad at the game allows my teammates to be better. They basically have to be better to make up for my being bad. Some games is like, why even play it unless you invest hundreds of hours? Yeah, fighting games, shooters a lot of time. I'm sure there's a lot of different chess, maybe. Chess, basically everything. Every sort of hobby. Doing art, maybe. Why even bother with art if you can't even be good? Just type some text into an AI generator. It'll do the good art for you. Don't even need to try. Why even go to school? This is a joke, by the way. Let's see. Spartan Janitor says, I just want friends to fight with fighting games, people I can goof around with and do stupid combos that shouldn't work. Yeah, it's like when you got like these friends that are like really good at a game, and you can tell that when you play against them, they're either holding back or they're too good to be playing against you, and you're like, are you even having fun? When you play fighting games against someone who actually knows how to play, and they beat you all the time. And then like, okay, no, it's fine. What if I just choose like a different character that I'm not good at? Then you have a chance. And I said, probably not. And then they do it anyway, and then they destroy me. And they're like, no, sorry, just yes, no, don't worry about it. I just hit my accidentally forgot that there was a thing here, and when I was casting the rod, it just hit. You guys probably heard that. Okay, let's see. Imagine Wolfie raging. I will never rage. Dark Souls? No. See, Zoe says, I only tilt when the game is going really bad, and if I just stop playing for a month after, because I realize my mindset is fricked up. Yeah, it's like, it depends on the game. It depends on, your teammates, the enemy, what they're doing. Sometimes people, they do things on the other team specifically to troll you, to make you angry. You just look at that and you go, you can't get me. You cannot fool me with this. See, I don't really like competitive games because it's way too toxic. Competitive people are a huge thing I avoid. If I get to mess around though, I'll give it a try. There's like different communities. It's different based on different factors. Like the thing that I'm saying can apply to everything. Yo, this thing though, it's different sometimes based on different things. You guys ever are different based on different criteria? See, Callisto Protocol was a Dead Space spiritual successor that was set in the PUBG cinematic. Oh, I didn't know it was set in the PUBG world. Oh wait, until the last minute. Okay. I see. It was supposed to be, and then they just stopped. I see. I did not have that context. I just don't play Blizzard games. I don't remember the last Blizzard game I played. Might have been Hearthstone. I played Hearthstone a bit a long time ago. It was pretty fun. And then I learned that there was a meta, and then I just stopped playing. See, Overwatch 2 had a little buzz. Yeah, Overwatch 2. How far behind am I in chat? I'm like 3 minutes behind. Learning Blender. Yo, Donut Blender. Don't like games based on reaction time. True. Also true. Strategy. Yeah, time. Turn-based games. Wolfie is physically incapable of raging. True. Memories of getting hit once in Skullgirls and the combo being so long you might as well make yourself a cup of coffee. I've never played Skullgirls. People still play that? I'm sure there are definitely people that still play it. There's always like these really like obscure games that you're like, is anyone even playing this? And there's definitely it's definitely still got a community. I'm sure there are some that are dead though. Or like, you know those communities where it's like, okay, this classic beloved game from a long time ago that everyone loved, but then now it's like 15 years later and you're like, does anyone even play this? And then you log in, you find out that servers are still online, but then the only people that are still playing it are people that have been playing it for like 15 years, and they are really good at it. It's impossible to improve because now this one person, the only other person playing, is like they're an expert. I'm sure that happens sometimes. Quake. People still play Quake. What do you think is like the most obscure game that's still like the oldest game that still has an active community? People still play, I mean, like Dota, right? Dota is a thing that exists a long time ago. People still playing Dota. Sorry, it's Dota 2. People still play the original. Do people still play Warcraft 2? Warcraft 1? I'm sure there are people that still play the original Counter-Strike. Oops. Why do I keep catching this fish? I like the tiny fish. It's always there. That donut tutorial is trash. If you want to learn Blender, avoid it. I thought it was okay. I mean, he does gloss over a lot of stuff, and you're just like, why am I doing this? But it's like you have something you can show at the end, and everyone's like, yo, I did that one. It's like a bonding experience. You know, when I posted my donut tutorial... Okay, so like I did the Blender donut tutorial, and then I posted it on my sub Twitter, and then I forget how, like, that tweet blew up. It got like 500 likes, and I'm like, what the frick is happening here? Ended up that somehow Amelia Watson saw the tweet and she liked it, and then everyone's like, "Oh, Wolfie did the Blender tutorial." It's weird. I don't know how that happened. Yeah, people love that donut. I think I saw a clip recently of Fauna saying that she was learning Blender at some point, and then she did the Blender donut, and she showed the Blender donut, and everyone was like, "Oh, she did the Blender donut tutorial." I saw it. They all look the same, basically. Did I make my model myself? My 3D model? No. It's in the credits. If you scroll down, it was made by... Why do I forget his name? It was frick, what was his name? It's there, it's down there. I remember his name. Just, you know, sometimes you remember things, and then when it comes time to recall them, you forget. It's like this, you like talk to someone every day. Actually, there's been a time when at work, there was like this coworker who I had known for a long time, and I talk with them pretty often. And then one day I just like forgot her name. I was like talking to someone, and they were like, "Hey, who do I talk to for this?" And I said, "Oh yeah, that person works on QA. What was her name? Frick, I forgot." And she was like right there, and it's like, "Oh, sorry, I usually remember things. Not today." Yeah, Technobits, that's what it was. You guys ever have that? You guys ever just forget things? Forget things that you should be remembering? Got Quake, Titanfall. Don't people play Titanfall 2 though? Old school. Oh yeah, RuneScape. Yeah, people be playing old school RuneScape. Let's see. Hold on. Electro says, my brother's one of the reasons why I don't like competitive people. They're way more likely to cheat. To cheat? What? Cheating in video games? No one would ever do that. Imagine cheating in a video game to be better than someone? That's messed up. No one would ever do such a thing. The Unreal World is still getting official updates. For unofficial communities, it's a gamble. Don't expect Doom to die. People still playing the original Doom? I guess, yeah, actually. Yeah, people are still playing the original Doom. Yeah, I remember Pomu was playing it a while back, like last year. See, some people can't have fun if they're losing. Try playing Monopoly. I feel like Monopoly is one of those games where no one wins. I don't know anyone who really enjoys Monopoly. It's always like that game that you play and everyone's just like, this game is going on for way too long. This, you know, we've been playing Monopoly for 2 hours now and it's not even close to ending. And so I simply, if I was given the choice to play Monopoly, I would simply do something else. I don't know. I feel like when I play games, I don't care that much about losing. You know, but like if I lose too much, I don't rage. I just stop playing and just say, you know, maybe I should do something else. And then possibly the next time you pick it up, it's you know, it's better. Who even knows? Also, welcome Chrysalis Paradox. What is the biggest fish I've caught in this game? It's the end game boss of this game. This one, you get a trophy for catching it. It's not this small, but I have a VOD somewhere. It's recorded. It's available. It's sometime last year. I don't remember exactly when. MMOs, true. You guys know Ragnarok Online still exists? People are still playing that game. Forsen CD, what's that? CDs. Forsen CDs. Got them. I laugh if I get demolished because I'd rather laugh than be upset. I would simply not be upset. You know, if you do something and you're like, man, this is upsetting, I would simply not. Simply just not be upset. I got old school RuneScape, never played myself, but watch him play hundreds of hours. Yeah, there's also those games where I've never really played it, but I have watched hundreds and thousands of hours. Like Northern Lion, he used to play a lot of Binding of Isaac. I probably have like 12 hours in that game, but I have watched at least like 2,000 hours of someone else play it. So it's like if you ask me to name some game mechanics, I'd be like, oh yeah, definitely. But I could not execute that on myself. That didn't even make sense as a sentence. I could not execute those things because I've not played the game. Classic board. Yeah, Catan. Settlers of Catan. Catan. We got Doom. Monopoly. You griefed a game of Monopoly? How does that work? How does that happen? Also, welcome Chocojax, welcome Lovekey. Swampletics, what's that? Swampletics is a very compelling and interesting story of a guy doing insane feats in a 20-year-old medieval point-and-click game. What? What does that mean? Like speedrunning? Medieval point-and-click game. I don't know, Monopoly is like too much effort. I simply would not play Monopoly. Also, yeah, Monopoly was meant to show that capitalism sucked. And people got the different message. They're like, yo, we love Monopoly. We love capitalism. You guys love capitalism? Any capitalism stands in chat? Anyone in here say that capitalism is your Oshi? Got any of those? Wolfie is NL's #1 fan. Probably not. I am a fan though. Do like his streams. Let's see. People saying things. People are saying things. Tag Barrel says, I'll stop myself before I say something that breaks TOS, but please call the police. What? Someone tortures animals? Wait, what's happening here? What's going on? I lost the context here. I missed so many messages. Anyway, I guess I won't talk about that. Whatever that was, I don't even know. Your brother is evil? Okay, that's weird. Torturing animals? Okay, that's Strange. That's strange. I would not recommend doing that. It's weird. Monopoly is intended to be unfair. The satire of free market capitalism. Yeah, Monopoly. I hate that Monopoly. Every time people talk about Monopoly, like in real life, not the game, they're like, oh yeah, this company has a monopoly on this thing. I just think of like the game Monopoly. You just think of them having Monopoly money. And then it makes everything funny. But it's not funny. Capitalism, not funny. It's a thing. It's a thing going on. I traded my friend Samari as the richest player in the lobby, then landed there 2 times and died. You can die in Monopoly? I guess if you lose all your money. Wolfie poking at the hornet's nest. What's happening? What's even happening? Capitalism? Oh yeah, mentioning capitalism. The Swampletics was an account that was restricted to be a very hard region in the game, ran by Settled. He built the account to take on the hardest raid in the game. I've mentioned this, I've never really done raiding in games. Like in Final Fantasy 14, you got, like, WoW, at the end game they all got raids. People have to work together to solve something. They gotta fight a boss together. They gotta coordinate. They gotta set up specific times to meet up. I'm just like, I don't have time for that. Imagine scheduling your day around doing a raid. Not me, I could never do that. Instead, I'll just, it's like a second job. Basically the same thing. Yeah, Wolfie can't keep up with it. This Wolfie is he's so far behind in chat. People are saying messages, he's not even reading all of them. Can you believe it? Streamer's not even reading every message. You got what? The what right there without the T. It's funny because free markets tend to be unfair, cause lots of inequality. You guys remember MapleStory? They had a free market. That's where you would go there, you would type the @ symbol many times. Try to sell things to people. You know what it is. Capitalism, oh, capitalism. Wolfie's brain. Karagi, what's that emote? Glitch. Karagi glitch. Stop talking politics. Is this politics? Capitalism, Monopoly. We were talking about Monopoly. Monopolies. That's not politics. Everything true. That's also true. You can't talk about anything. You can't even mention fishing. You know, by fishing, you're contributing to a system. By existing, we're contributing to a system. You guys ever hear of gravity? That's a system. Don't be part of the system. You can choose to resist gravity. You don't have to obey gravity. Those laws were put there by the man. Isaac Newton, he doesn't know what he's doing. You think one man can invent gravity? Suddenly everyone has to obey his laws. Isaac Newton's laws? Who's enforcing this? You know, who's allowing Isaac Newton to enforce these laws? Can't believe him. You guys remember Gaia Online? That game had a free market system. I remember, I never played Gaia Online, but I do remember seeing it. When people had forum signatures, they would put their Gaia Online character in there. It looked pretty cute. But I don't know anything about it. There's like this website called TinyurMe though. I used to play that one. And then they shut down, so then what? They've been shutting down games. You know, you guys ever play a game and that game was shut down? You're like, no, I spent so much time on this. I spent hundreds of hours on this game and you're just gonna close it down? I can't believe this. TinyurMe, I played that. I played TinyurMe. That game was cool. Basically like socializing as a game. There are definitely people that play MMOs and they don't care about the leveling up and whatever. They just log in to socialize, and I think that's cool. You know, when people play, I'm sure people just log into Final Fantasy XIV. They don't care about raiding, fighting bosses at all. They just walk around. And that's cool. It's like when I played Mabinogi. I didn't do any of the story. I would just sit in front of the church. I would do the quests every day. I would sell holy water to people, and they would buy it. And I would just sit there talking. I would play music in the game. That was cool. Fun times. And when I played MapleStory, right? I was like, I didn't even level up. I just like stayed at level 30. I would stand around in town. I would socialize with people. It's fun times. Fun times going into games. Not actually playing the games. Phantasy Star Online. Isn't there like a Phantasy Star Online 2? I think I saw like some Niji Sanji, like they were doing a promo in the game. I don't remember. But I think like some form of Fantasy Online is still alive. EVE Online. Yeah, EVE Online, it's got its own thing. Basically, they have a built-in spreadsheet support. People say EVE Online is like a Microsoft Excel game. There actually is an official EVE Online Microsoft Excel plugin. It's real, you can look it up. I learned this on Mint Costella's chat one day. Mabinogi stream when? Probably never. No, actually, I think I tried to stream Mabinogi once. When I streamed MapleStory, I also tried to get Mabinogi, but I found out that my character was gone for some reason. I don't know, I could not recover my character. I don't know what happened to my character. Phantasy Star Online 2, okay. It still looks kind of old from what I've seen. It looks very retro. Club Penguin. Let's go back and look for emulators for old MMOs. When I was in middle school, I played a space game called Earth and Beyond. I definitely played some obscure MMOs back in the day. They're like MMOs that I was just trying out. I remember Trickster Online. Yeah, I played that for like 2 days. There's one called Seal Online. I played that for like a week. Probably a bunch of other ones. I don't know, I haven't been into an MMO in a long time. They're so time consuming. Instead, I'll just be out here on a lake fishing. Just out here fishing every week. It's basically like a... It's like an MMO. Imagine a fishing MMO though. It'd be pretty cool. There probably is one. I would not be surprised if there was a fishing MMO. Imagine people doing raids. It's like the top level fishermen trying to catch the biggest fish. Everyone's coordinating. Everyone gotta do DPS. They catch the smaller fish. And the bigger one shows up. It's wild. They could do whatever they want. Look, we got another fish. Look at this fish. Alright, let's see. Most people are either silent or gold selling bots. True. EVE Online is so realistic, there's a direct real world value to everything. Some people get scammed out of ships. I mean, I think that's like... I guess it's especially true for EVE Online, but I guess a lot of MMOs also have intrinsic value. People will buy gold for real money. I say, well, if you need more holy water, can you sell me some? I got no more. I have none left. Laughed pretty hard when someone told me they knew Flandre's theme because of Mabinogi. Yeah, that game was cool. You could like play whatever music you want in the game. It's like it helped socialize. Also, welcome Nanodan. I think you missed the part of the stream yesterday when I actually did your art request. You said to draw someone with like spaghetti and an egg, or, like pasta with an egg or something. I drew you. I drew Nano Dan. You can check the VOD. Remember there was one called Fly FF? Yeah, I remember that one. I played that for like a day. I think I had some sort of glitch in the game where I could not level up past level 3. And I just gave up. PSO 2 released in 2012 and New Genesis was a small update. Okay, so that game's like at least 10 years old. Eden Eternal? Wait, I played that as well, I think. Actually, I played Eden Eternal like a lot. I played it in like the closed beta. Cafro, who is in here, who is in chat sometimes, I played that with him and one other guy. We spent... It was like during the summer. I played that game so much. It was a good game. Invest and trade for ISK. People fighting over fishing spots. Yeah, there's like a fishing planet, right? I got the fishing planet. Is that a Dora 3 emote? Fly FF. Is it pronounced Fliff? Fly FF. Fliff. Roblox. Fantasy Star Universe? I never even heard of that one. That monetary value? What did I say? I did not say monetary value. Okay, so what am I even saying? Anyway, I should hydrate. It's been over an hour. You guys also hydrate. You guys check out your posture, okay? You guys sit up straight. Do that. You do that while I hydrate. Alright. I have successfully hydrated. I said intrinsic value, yes. I said different. Love to play an MMO that respects your time. I feel like a lot of gacha games nowadays, this is not MMOs, but like gacha games, a lot of them have like auto battler systems or like different ways to play the game without actually playing the game. It's always funny to me because people love when you can play a gacha game. They're like, they'll play a gacha game. They'll be, I love this game because I don't have to play it. It's always like, why are you playing it? I love that this game makes it so easy for me to skip all the gameplay. Just log in, don't even play the game. I just love getting the gacha. I don't know. It's like, yeah, auto mode. Auto mode, it's just like, why even play the game then? I remember like a lot of gacha games, they're like fun initially, right? Then you get to the point where you're just logging in every day to do daily quests. And that's the point when you should really consider quitting. There's a lot of games like that. Like a lot of gacha rhythm games. You start off the game and you think, wow, this game's so fun. You can play rhythm games for free. It's basically for free. And then you're like, oh man, can't wait to get a full combo on this song. And then you get it. But then after some time, you're basically just playing to do the daily quest. You're playing to use up your stamina. And I'm like, I'm not even enjoying this song anymore. Especially when they have like events, you know? Competing against other players to get rank. That's when it's like too much. And then I just stopped playing. Welcome Nabanon. And more, it's afternoon, it's 6 p.m. Let's see. Kind of growing older and appreciate games that don't force me through a bunch of padding. That's how I feel about a lot of games. I just skip the story. If there's lore in the story, I simply don't do it. See, I think the best time and way to ever have gotten into MMOs was as a child. Imagine playing a free game that's pretty much never ends while having all the free time. Yeah, that's also true. A lot of people, like, they spend a lot of their childhood playing games. Like me, right? I associate MapleStory with when I was in middle school and high school. A lot of people had a similar thing, you know? A lot of people play, you know, Club Penguin back in the day. Not me, though, but everyone's like, yo, remember this one thing in Club Penguin? Remember in Neopets when they had the omelet? And then everyone has, like, these shared experiences. And then if you're someone who has never played them, you're like, I don't know what you guys are talking about. It's like if you're not into Pokemon, right? I'm sure there's like a lot of people that have never played Pokemon. But then the assumption of most people is that you're at least vaguely familiar with Pokemon. And so they're just talking about stuff. They're like, yo, remember in Pokemon Blue? When this thing? And you're like, I've never played it. They're like, what, you've never played Pokemon? It's so weird, man. Anyway. Philosophy, intrinsic value. Let's see, chat, are you excited for the next evolution of gaming? Play to earn? Yeah, that NFT stuff. Web3? What the? Appeal of auto to me is getting and building the team that's capable of doing the auto. I don't know, I just don't really enjoy it. Also, thank you Ryu Shimizu for the 12 months. It's been a whole year. I'm like 2 minutes behind in chat. That message happened 2 minutes ago. This is going too fast. You guys are saying too many things. Also, the fact that I'm actually fishing now, it's like while I'm fishing, I can't continue to read messages. As I'm fishing, I have to focus on catching the fish. This is what happens when I actually fish. Also, welcome Cole. Yeah, Hamflo doesn't even know. Oh, frick, what did I just do? I just refreshed the chat by accident. Where was I? Tiering and rhythm gacha games? Yeah, it sucks. Find any and all gacha games true. At least the childhood HOMM3. What is that? Homestar Runner 3. It didn't get sucked into an MMO, but that MapleStory school kid experience is a perfect example. Yeah, everyone knows MapleStory. When you play the title screen music, everyone's yo, it's the MapleStory tune, the official MapleStory soundtrack. And then they always reference the Korean guy dancing to the MapleStory theme. Classic. One of the classics of all time. Let's see, Ryushi Mizu says never got into Pokemon as a kid. Yeah, there's a lot of people that haven't. I know that, I think Enna from Niji Sanji, she also never played Pokemon as a kid. And when people watch her streams, she's like very confused at what many people consider to be basic mechanics of Pokemon. But then they're like, oh, how does she not understand that you only have one Master Ball? What the? That's the most obvious thing. And just like, well, she never played it, so she just doesn't know. It's not like they tell you, right? No one tells you. Everyone just knows it. Just assume that people know things. Anyway, that's a... Win this Hamflo ever. Hamflo 3 Smug. Blabbermouth. Okay, StarCraft was a virus, what? No, it was a Zerg. Zerg, that's a Zerg. That's a different thing. And then Pokemon stuff was great. I saw a few clips. I thought it was pretty funny. I didn't know you only get one Master Ball. It's like in the Master Ball. You get a Master Ball in the game. I'd never use it. You know, it's like in games, you're like, oh man, this thing is too good. I should never use it. It's like healing items. You're like, I don't know. What if I need it later? What if at some point I need to use this item, huh? I think what happened in Enna's stream was that she used her Master Ball on a really common Pokemon, and everyone was like, "What the frick? She used a Master Ball on a Chimcho or whatever." She's such a fool for using a Master Ball. Yeah, Enna. Yeah, she didn't know. She was having difficulty capturing a Chimcho, and she just used a Master Ball. She's like, I gotta use it. It's a funny moment though. As me, as the gamer who knows everything about Pokemon. Obviously you only have one Master Ball, come on. How could she not even know this, as someone who has never played Pokemon? Did she ever come up with a legendary later and regret it? I think so, yeah. But actually, no, I don't remember if she reset her game. I think I actually saw that live. I tuned into her stream, and then there was like a poll that was like, should I start over? And I was like, what's this about? I think that was like right after she used her Master Ball. I had no context. I didn't find out until I saw a clip later. I was like, oh, so that's what that poll was. But I think what happened, I don't know if she did restart, but what happened was she got like a legendary that she was having trouble catching. And then she only had a regular Pokeball left, and she's like, okay, I guess I'll use this. And she caught a legendary with a regular Pokeball. And everyone was like, what the frick? It's pretty cool. I remember. I saw clips of it. That's like the only way I'm informed of things nowadays, via clips. That's how a lot of people watch VTubers. Don't even watch their streams. You just get recommended clips, and you're like, oh yeah, this thing happened. You guys see this one thing that happened to this VTuber? And I said, no, but I did see a clip of it. Anyway. See, Zola said, I threw my first Master Ball at a trainer Pokemon. I was also surprised when I was playing the game as a kid. I was like, yo, this guy's got a rare Pokemon. What if I just throw a Pokeball at it? And then it said the trainer blocked the Pokeball. It's like, what the? How can you do that? It's messed up. What if I wanted this Pokemon, huh? Why wouldn't they allow me to capture someone else's Pokemon? See, the YouTube clip spam is real. It is, though. You get a lot of people clipping the exact same moments. But they all have different thumbnails. They all focus on things differently. You got people using clickbait thumbnails. See, I wish I didn't have to rely on clips so much. But there's so many VTubers that I want to keep up with. I don't know. I feel like I never go out of my way to look for clips nowadays. Or I guess I never did. But there's I also get a lot of Iron Mouse clips in my recommendations. A lot of like focusing on her and Sea-Dog VA. I don't know. You click on one video and suddenly all of your YouTube recommendations are like related to that. It's impossible to get rid of it. See, what if the trainer got distracted and couldn't block the ball? I think I also thought of that as a kid. I was like, is there anything in Pokemon that prevents you from catching someone's Pokemon? Besides like the trainer like physically stopping you? Right, if they weren't paying attention. If they were just chilling, if you were to just throw a Pokeball at their Pokemon, could you just take it? Maybe. Didn't know they could block normal Pokeballs, but block the ball that can catch a ball. Yeah, it's a Master Ball. What the? You can't just go pick it up. You can't just, if you miss the Pokeball, I would simply like go out there, pick it up. It's also like when people use arrows, it's like, you know, in some games when you miss a shot with your arrow, it's gone forever. But some games, if you miss, you can go pick it up. They should do that with Pokeballs. If you miss, if you attack, if you throw it at a trainer, then you can pick it up. Just pick it up again. Her and Connor are an entertaining dynamic. Yes, true. Also true. It's a Team Rocket game. I don't think Pokemon would ever do that. I don't think Pokemon would ever make a game where you play as the villain. Because it's like, you know, it's for kids. You can't teach kids that you can be a villain. You gotta be the good guy. No moral ambiguity here. You have to be the child who saves the world. Pokeballs can't be reused, they break, but even a Master Ball? Like, what if you just miss, right? You think the trainers have such good aim that they just always land the ball? You can't do that. There's a fan game where you play as a member of Team Rocket. I'm sure there's like a ton of them. It probably... Oh yeah, speaking of like Pokemon fan games, I keep getting this ad on YouTube. That's like, it's not a Pokemon fan game, but it's like a mobile game that looks like it's set in the Pokemon world. Do you guys ever see this? I don't know the name of the game, but it's always like they got this pixelated graphics. It looks exactly like Pokemon, and then it's too much. How can they get away with this? The boys. Yeah, what if you could be the evil person? See, trainers need a snag machine to steal Pokemon. The deep lore behind Pokemon theft. Wait a second, no, yeah, they had, yeah, true. Nabunan, you're right. Pokemon Coliseum, yeah, you could snag the enemy's Pokemon. I forgot about that. Okay, well, I guess I'm wrong. But I'm sure at some point in the story, they were like, actually, we're morally correct in doing this. Or like, with the evil guy, but you turn around and you're like, actually, we're good now? Probably. I don't know. Is that the one that is gore themed? I have no idea. There have been a bunch of them. I keep, like, some of the YouTube ads that I get, it's like blatant copyright theft, right? Like, you can catch monsters. And you're like, this is like literally Squirtle. How can you do this? It does show that fans would be fine with it to an extent. Maybe sanitizing every piece of media isn't the best idea. Pokemon fan games? Oh yeah. I don't know. I remember when I was a kid. Like a long time ago, before even Neopets was a thing. Like when web rings were a thing. You guys remember web rings? GeoCities web rings? As a kid, I found like this Pokemon fan game that I wanted to download. And it was back when you would like have a shared computer. And you would ask your parents, hey, can I download this thing? I saw this Pokemon fan game, I was like, I would like to download this. Asked my mom, she said no. And I never downloaded it. I don't know what that game was. Never played it. I simply do not know, but it was there. I don't even know if it was good. It probably wasn't even good. You wouldn't ask your parent for permission? What the? You're a bad guy, but there's worse guys. Yeah, true. That's always true. Unless you're the worst guy, there's always a worse guy. Unless you kill the worst guy, and then suddenly now you're the worst guy. He's morally correct from the start. The game begins with you defecting the baddie team, and the only reason you can... Okay, I see. So he used to be in the evil organization, and he left. They're shadow Pokemon. Hey, you gotta ask your parents for permission. You can't just use the internet on your own. Not like the parents nowadays. They just give their child an iPad. They let them do whatever they want. Back in the day, if you wanted to use the Neopets forums, you'd have to fax a thing to the Neopets headquarters. You have to have your parents sign a thing indicating that although you're below the age of 13, that they allow you to use this service. And then they would manually approve your account. I did that. You know, I could have just signed up with an account saying I was 13, But no, I did not. I asked my parent. I had my friend who, his mom worked in an office, and we just gave him our forms. And then we had my friend's mom fax them to Neopets. Yeah, and it was cool. I wonder who is the worst guy. We don't even know. Worst guy discovered. It's probably like a Guinness Book of World Records thing. They hold the record for worst guy. Whatever criteria they use. There's gotta be one guy who's like the worst. The worst of all time. The worst of all time. Morality? I'm talking about morality. See, personally, I think it's okay to keep your brand clean. The edgier GameCube games were there because they tried to chase their growing audience. Maybe like Nintendo, when we talked about when they released the Wii U, and they showed the trailer for Zombie U. And everyone was like, yo, Nintendo finally allowing edgy games on their platform. Can't wait to see where Zombie U goes. And it did not go anywhere. Nothing happened with it. Wow. Someone turned Pikachu Volleyball into an online game. What the heck is Pikachu Volleyball? Zoli said his first interaction with the internet was traumatic. What? What's up with that? Trauma on the internet? Nanoden said, Mom got a B in Miss Hernandez's class. Please permission to play Meat and Funk Kingdom. Yeah, oh, Friday Night Funkin'. What happened to that game? Is that still a thing? Friday Night Funkin'? So what's the deal with that game? Number 1 page is a mirrored page. Like the number 1 worst people page. Let's see, even if you can't become the worst guy, you can always be the worst guy in some specialized category. True. True. If you can't be the best or the worst, you can make up your own category. It's like speedrunning. You can make a meme category in speedrunning. You could be the best. Like no one ever was. Still a game they're waiting on one big update. I see. They had a Kickstarter, right? Everyone's waiting for the new update. The best thing about that game are the mods. Like the whole live ones. I think I remember reading something about there being drama with the whole live Friday Night Funkin' mod. I think like the guy who was in charge was trying to do something, I don't even know. I see 2006 to 2007, got on YouTube with the parents' permission, looked up Pokemon videos. Pikachu whose head exploded in a bloody pixel explosion, holy frick. That's scary. Pikachu bleeding, you can't have that. They would allow this on YouTube. Pokemon with violence, can't believe it. Mod drama. That's something. And think about it, I haven't heard any updates from Holofunk. Yeah, I think it was because of the drama. You can look it up. There was a whole thing about it. The guy who was in charge, everyone disapproved of stuff. He was trying to push some agenda. Forget what it was exactly. But things have happened. Couldn't have been 2007, must have been earlier. When did YouTube come out? I feel like we talked about this at some point. We definitely talked about when YouTube came out. It's like 15... Was it? Has it been 15 years? Thought Thunder was in my area, but it's in the game. Yeah, it sounds surprisingly realistic. It's because it's got that directional audio. It sounds like it's real. I didn't even know there was drama. There's always drama going on. Sometimes you just like, you find out about drama in other communities that you have never even, you didn't even know they existed. You're like, huh, they are going through some stuff over there. Some wild stuff. Humans are mostly drama. What about people who studied drama? It came up before yesterday. Yeah, YouTube definitely existed before yesterday. See, look, we got that thunder. You guys remember that thunder? Jack's Kickstarter Friday Night Funkin' started doing updates more on blog instead of Kickstarter. Let's see. Kickstarter. You guys ever back a project on Kickstarter? I have never done it. I've never seen a project and thought, I would love to invest money in this thing. I would simply wait for it to get funded. Back to Little Witch Academia. Well, actually, one of my friends backed Undertale before it was released. And as you know, in Undertale, if you backed it, your names are in the credits. Every time he sees a VTuber play the game, he's like, "Yo, look, that's my name right there. That's my name." And then, you know, it is true. He's there. He backed Undertale before it was popular. And there's proof. There's proof. It's in the game. That's pretty cool. Let's see, we had internet, but there were also immigrants. So parents were busy rebuilding their lives first and foremost. You're 20, dox yourself. Dox your age. Dox your parents. So I did got an A even. Funnily enough, there was very little drama. You were in drama class. You studied drama, and yet there was no drama in the class. I feel like that's counterproductive. You would expect there to be drama in a drama class. Were they even teaching you right? Were they even teaching the right drama? Not ambitious enough to use Kickstarter? Yeah. I don't know, I haven't seen anything on Kickstarter that I'm just like, man, I would love if this was real. Would love if this is funded. Also, I think nowadays, like a lot of the time, Kickstarters are... Like back in the day, people could have crazy ideas. I feel like nowadays, a lot of Kickstarters that gain popularity are ones that are most likely going to be funded anyway. Right? Like some professional game development studio is like, oh yeah, what if we just put it on Kickstarter to gauge interest? What if we, as a company that already has millions of dollars, decide to put our game that's probably going to be released on Kickstarter? Or it's like someone that's like, you know, I used to work on this popular game, and now we need your help. Mighty Number 9 can be real if you fund it. Stuff like that. Yeah, hobby drama, that's the thing. Back to game once for Inkerton. Inku-san's game. I don't know what that is. What is that? What is that? The only drama in drama class was that people didn't show up to drama class. What the? People not showing up to class? You can't do that. Oh. Should have gotten a bigger game for it because it's slow. I have not heard of this game. It's impossible to avoid all drama since drama is built into all human interaction. If you wanted to live in a cabin in the woods, I guess you're safe. I'm sure there's still going to be drama there. You know, you gotta get your supplies from somewhere. Probably, I don't know. Maybe not. You could be entirely isolated from society. I'm I'm sure there would still be drama. Kickstarter being used to gauge interest and money-making potential? Never. Yeah, who would do that? No one would ever do that. Persona 5 composer. They're making a game. They're making... what? Persona. And the Robot Masters. Mighty Number 9. What's up with that game? Also, like, when when the stretch goals for Kickstarter are like, we're gonna release this on multiple platforms, including a system that may be obsolete when this game comes out. Like, they're like, we're gonna release this game on the Wii U, and then they announce the Switch like a year after. And then you got people that are like, well, but I wanted the Wii U. I'm still waiting for that Wii U release. Can't believe they wouldn't release it on the Wii U. Abandoned Wii U users. But you can't predict. You can never predict what will happen. You know, you could have a Kickstarter that said, we got a stretch goal, we'll release it for the Nintendo Switch. And then like the year after your your Kickstarter succeeds, they got the Nintendo Switch 2. And then you got people saying, but we funded this. We gave you an extra $2 million to release on the Switch. Even though there's a Switch 2 now. Anime fan on prom night. What was the context of this? Kickstart your own paintings, Wolfie, then it'd be something we'd all like. Why would I make a Kickstarter for that? I would just do it. Drama with the rats who steal my forgeables? What is that? What does that mean? I'll kick down your door and force you to pay taxes. The anime fans? Also, welcome Delicious Smile. Big Kickstarter blunders, Star Citizen. Dampen the crowdfunding spirit. Star Citizen? I keep hearing about that game. What's the deal with that? Scope creep, perhaps? They're promising too many things. Weren't there some games that kickstart to release an actual NES cartridge? I would not be surprised. It's like how some people release their albums on vinyl now. And like how many people actually have a thing that can play vinyl records? I don't even know. It's just there to hang up in your room to look pretty. Oh, it's a Mighty Number 9. Mighty Number 9 reference that I don't understand. I'm 3 minutes behind in chat and have forgotten the context. Yes. I mean, okay, I never knew the context though. I don't know anything about Mighty Number 9, so even if I wasn't behind in chat, I would not understand the reference. What are the really successful Kickstarters? Undertale's one of them. Undertale successful. That is that's the only one I can think of. I'm sure there's others. No, isn't it with that one game that's like Castlevania? One of the guys who worked on Castlevania. He released this other game that's like Castlevania, but not. Wasn't that one pretty good? I'm sure there were other ones. Those are the ones I'm aware of, though. Why do I keep catching these tiny fish? What's going on today? Dorito explosions? I don't get vinyl stand. What's the deal with vinyl? 24-bit FLAC enjoyer. I can't tell the difference. Maybe just because I don't have good headphones, but I play a song in lossless, like a lossless thing, and like one that's compressed. I can't tell the difference. It sounds the same to me. Buy products, not promises. Buying a promise is a promise, You only think of... You only think you are owed something, but in reality they will do whatever is in their best interest. True. Also true. Pillars of Eternity? That sounds vaguely familiar. Oh yeah, Bloodstained Ritual. Yeah, that's the one. That's the Castlevania-like game. Kickstarting the painting would pay you before you have to paint. I guess you could just commission. Yeah, but like I don't do commissions. I also would not do a Kickstarter because there's like nothing that I would do that would like, because you know, if you've got people paying for a Kickstarter, then yeah, then people are expecting something. When I do things, it's just because I feel like doing it. And so I need the motivation myself. And if it's something I wanted to do, I probably would have done it already. Would have given some effort. I would have tried it. That's how it is. That's how things go. Risk of Rain 1 was Kickstarted. Oh yeah, Risk of Rain 2 is pretty popular. I don't know anyone who talked about Risk of Rain 1. Like nowadays I see people playing Risk of Rain 2. It's like, yo, we love this game. But no one out there playing Risk of Rain 1. Didn't they release like a remastered version of Risk of Rain 1? Or like I saw a trailer. Oh, frick, this fish. This fish dropped in the wrong place. Another tiny fish. A Hat in Time. Also, yeah, that one apparently is a good game. Best crowdfunding was the one that made Potato Salad. Shovel Knight. Was Shovel Knight Kickstarter? IGA and his crew. Potato Salad. FT. Oh yeah, Wonderful 101. It's good. They're still working on the remaster. Hasn't released yet. I did see the trailer. I don't know. I don't know anyone that played Risk of Rain 1 except Northern Lion. He did stream that game back in the day. I watched it and I said, I don't know about this game. So it reminded how I tried to play Hat in Time, and at that point I realized I just don't care about games as much as I used to. It's possibly true. I mean, I've watched some gameplay of A Hat in Time. I know a lot of people really like that game. Something about it just, I don't know, I don't think I would enjoy it. I don't know what it is. Maybe I just don't enjoy platformers that much. No, but I like Mario though. 3D Mario games, those are pretty good. It's a tiny bit off. Yeah, maybe, I don't know, something. Some vague thing that I can't consider. Maybe it's the lighting. Maybe it's the textures. Maybe it's the soul. Maybe it's the hats. Maybe the hats are wrong. I'd rather have the full screen, the whole screen available. Oh, sorry, hold on. What? I prefer Risk of Rain 1 over 2, to be honest. But they're so different. I don't know, when I did see Risk of Rain 2, I was like, wow, this game looks significantly different from the first one. They went into 3D and suddenly everything has changed. It's got like a completely different aesthetic even. Yeah, but I guess it's cool, you know? You get people playing Risk of Rain 2 and suddenly they're like, I wonder what the first game's like. And then you get people playing that. And I'm sure it's fine. See, I only pre-ordered a game one time, learned my lesson, and never did it again. I pre-ordered, I think I pre-ordered Wind Waker. I pre-ordered one of the Etrian Odyssey games as well. Because those actually came with pre-order bonuses. You know, you pre-order Wind Waker, you actually get Ocarina of Time Master Edition. Yeah, that was cool. Remind yourself of Kickstarter. What was it? Kickstarter that was canceled by the developer getting told by the sun to stop working on it. What? Like this, like that sun, the sun that's in the sky right there. It did back Mina the Hollower, Hollow Knight people doing a Game Boy style Zelda game. Was that before or after they did what they did Hollow Knight? Probably before. Risk of Rain returns. It's like how the humor almost hits, but it doesn't. Oop. Welcome, Mint. Thank you for the 11 months. Yo, 11 years of dog. Did I find the bear? I saw the bear twice last stream. I don't think I saw it this stream. It is real, though. Mint is one of the bear believers. She knows. She knows the bear's real. Confirmed real. Okay, Slime Molder said, how do you actually reel in the fish? Do you just press a button or is there more to it? I move my hands around. You might see that I'm moving my hands like this. There's actually more to it. If you press this button that lowers the string, you have to measure, you have to like manage the tension in the line. So usually in fishing games, you're just like pushing a button. A lot of times you're like reeling in as fast as possible. I learned from this game that you don't actually do that in real life. If you just have a fish in real life and you're just doing this constantly, the line will snap because there's too much tension. So what happens is that when you're trying to catch a fish, sometimes you'll see this pole, it'll like go down a bit. Actually, maybe I can demonstrate the next time I catch a fish. Basically, when the line is going, it's too like, you know, it's too bent, you have to add some more slack to the line. And basically what you're trying to do is tiring out the fish so that it just like, it stops struggling and just, you can just pull it up. There's actual strategy. Can you believe this? It's not just reeling in as fast as possible, despite what it looks like I'm doing. That's just how it is. Alfie does the Macarena in VR. It looks funny when I do. As I'm just doing this, I'm sure in that 3D model it looks funny. It's just like... It just looks like, what is he doing? Don't even know. Remember the Little Witch Academia 2 Kickstarter? It sounds vaguely familiar. See, the developer suddenly claimed to be hearing voices of the sun, telling her that releasing her board game would release terrible secrets to humanity. I mean, you gotta trust the voices, though. You know, where would we be without the voices of the sun? Nowhere. Little Witch Academia sure was an anime of all time. I never actually watched the anime. I did watch the was it the OVA or whatever? Before it became a full series. I thought that seemed pretty cool. I remember Yuasa's Kickstarter anime, Kick Heart. It sounds vaguely familiar. That's all I've seen too. Yeah, I don't know. It's good enough for me. We've got many people that only saw that one. Yeah, I don't know. I saw it and I was like, you know, that's like, I don't need to watch more. I don't need to watch a whole series of this. And it's fine. I thought you said dad brain. Bad brain can't sit through shows? Yes, true. I haven't watched like a full series in a long time. Okay, here's a fish, okay? Sorry, hold on, I need to pause. My controller, the strap on the controller got loose. Can you hear the clicking sound? Hear that? Okay, I'm gonna catch this fish. I'm gonna show you the proper strategy. Okay, you see this? You reel in. Right, at some point the line, it's gonna go like this, right? You see this? It's going like this. You gotta stop reeling in. You press this button to make it go back like that. And then you just keep doing that. If there's too much tension, the fish will escape. Got that strategy right here. Look at this. You do this. You do that. You do this. I think objectively, you probably want some tension in one. The way I do it is not the most efficient, but it's unlikely that the fish will escape. You do this, you do that. You just keep reeling in. And see, the fish gets tired, it stops trying to fight you. If you just pull it up. You can just pull it up. This fish is tiny. Look at how tiny this fish is. Get out of here. And that's how you do it. That's how you catch fish in this game. Which I'm gonna assume is just like real life. It's exactly like real life. See, I am and I can't still can't watch shows. Yeah, why would I watch a show when I could instead watch a VTubers? It's like the same thing, but live. It's like a live action show. People are out there making entertainment on the fly, in real time, and you can interact sometimes. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, efficient. They do be efficient. I feel like I haven't heard this song before. This is definitely not new, but I haven't heard it. I do miss watching anime. I need to watch less VTubers. What? How could you say such? Watch less VTubers? Can't believe it. Can't believe this guy. There's fewer VTubers. You have to watch fewer, not less, fewer. Actually, no. I guess it's either. It could be either. less amount, less hours, or fewer hours. I don't know. Anime. If I were to watch an anime, it would be Bocchi. You know, if you made me choose to watch an anime instead of watching VTubers, I would watch Bocchi because people keep still posting Bocchi stuff, even though the show has been over for like at least a season. That seems like one of the shows that's definitely gonna still be around like 10 years from now. I enjoyed the idea of Bocchi. Never watch Bocchi. People that I follow keep posting fan art of Bocchi. People are watching Bocchi, posting about Bocchi. So to me, it's still alive. It's like it never ended. You guys ever like when you see like tweets or stuff from people that you follow, you get like this incorrect. I guess you get a sense that something is more alive than it actually is, right? A long time ago, before I was into VTubers, there was this one person who I follow, who was like a huge fan of this one VTuber from Niji Sanji, and I kept seeing him like repost or retweet fan art of him, and I was like, huh, this guy must be like popular, right? This guy must be one of the popular VTubers. And then apparently he's like not that well known. But for the fact that I kept seeing fan art of him, I was like, oh yeah, this guy gotta be one of the bigger ones, huh? But no, it's just that. I'm just one of the guys. Anyway, I'm sure it's stuff like that, you know? Some people, depending on what the people you follow are into, you'll see different representations. It's like, I'm sure there are people that followed me. Like, before I was into VTubers, I would do a lot of Aikatsu fan art. I'm sure there's people that followed me, and they used to think probably Aikatsu is more popular than it is. And then they find out, like, no one actually watches it. At least no one in the West. But oh yeah, Aikatsu, I know that. That's a really popular series. It's one of the classic shows of all time. I'd say I thought Bocchi was still going because of how often I see it. I'm sure that no, the manga is still ongoing. The anime is not though. Is there even enough material for season 2? We don't even know. Value when you were the Aikatsu Doodle. I still do Aikatsu Doodles. Well, he's never even katsued. I katsu, you katsu, he, she, we katsu, they katsu, katsuing, wumbo, wumboing. The manga has 60 chapters. Anime cover 20. Yo, there's like enough for 3 seasons. Unless it's all filler. Yes, first exactly. SpongeBob reference. This guy's out here referencing Patrick from SpongeBob. Yes, he describes the parts of speech of Wumbo. Oh yeah, also speaking of like getting an inflated sense of like how things are because of the people you follow. You know that one Arknights character who's named W, and there's like fan art of her. She's like doing a dance. But then like always on Chokujax's stream, everyone calls her Wumbo. And I was like, huh, is this character actually named Wumbo? But no, that's just what they call her on her stream. That's just what people do. And so I had no idea. I thought it was actually Wumbo. It's like there's no way they would name this character Wumbo. It's just W. She's just called W. It could be. Actually, I guess we don't know. The W could stand for anything. It could stand for Wolfie. It could be me. Also, welcome, Potato. Anime actually added filler. I guess that does happen sometimes. Was there like anime-only content? Stuff that it didn't even exist in the manga. Can't believe they would go off script. They're just adding things here on their own. The visual flair. But now it's canon. Now it's real. Because they approved it. That's pretty cool though. It's a yon coma. Yeah, you guys ever hear people say 4 coma? And then you think, that can't be it. They don't call it 4 coma. They don't say the number 4 like that. They don't say it in English. It's a yon coma. People out here saying 4 coma. They gotta add stuff to connect scenes. That is true, yeah. Got the jokes. Can't count past 3. Well, you know, sometimes you gotta look at numbers. Sometimes you gotta increment numbers. And 4, that is one of those numbers. Yeah, 4-panel comic. It is interesting that it's such like a standard thing though. Imagine if things like the low poly Bochi crashing into a pile of cubes was in the original manga. Yeah, what did they do in that one? Did they just have her like imagine? Was she just floating? Was it just a panel where she was shocked? It was pretty cool. Anyway, I'm talking about anime. You guys remember anime? Good times. Oh yeah, you guys know that in Peppa Pig, Suzumiya Haruhi is officially like in the Peppa Pig universe. She is actually there for real. There was an actual, look it up, it's real. I think so. The way I found out was that I got recommended a clip of Selene from Niji Sanji playing the Peppa Pig game. In that game, there is the Queen of England. So apparently they were working on the Peppa Pig game while the Queen was alive, and then they released the game after she passed away. And so they had like a memorial to her in the game or whatever. It's kind of weird. But then I saw the comment, and it was like, it's kind of weird how the queen is a human, right? Everyone in Peppa Pig is like an animal. And someone was like, did you know that in Peppa Pig, there are only 3 official cases of humans? The queen, someone else, and Suzumiya Haruhi. And they're like, what the frick? It's real. There was like a drawing of Suzumiya Haruhi in the background in one of the scenes, and she's depicted as a human. And so it's there. It's real. You can look it up. I guess someone on the staff was a fan of Suzumiya Haruhi. Now look at that moment. Gamer moment. Anime fans watching Peppa Pig. Yo, it's Haruhi. I know who that is. First time I've heard of her referred to as Suzumiya Haruhi. What do you normally hear her as? The Queen of England? Those are different people. This implies someone in the house is a weeb. No, she's real. She's for real there. Haruhi Suzumiya. No, you don't know. It's the official... It's the Japanese naming order. You guys don't even know. People don't even know the order of names as it is in Japan. You guys don't even know. It's like how Hololive, it is a bit weird that Hololive, they always insist on using Japanese naming order. So like you have like, even though Amelia Watson is like a Western name, they always in the promotional materials call her Watson Amelia. They're like, that's weird. She's not Japanese. But then you got the Japanese name. You're like, okay, that makes sense. Japanese names, Japanese naming order. You got the Western names in Japanese naming order. It's always weird. Oh, there she is. There's Small Ame. Bad Handful doesn't know that Bochi isn't Bochi's name. I also didn't know that until some time ago. I also thought her name was actually Bochi. But it's not. It's Hitori. It's like Goto. Hitori Goto. One of those. Or the other way around, I don't know. I think Goto is probably the last name. I don't know. And by last name, I mean surname. You think it's weird that we call it a last name and first name when it should be family name / surname and given name? You know, it's a very Western-centric thing to say last name. Because their last name is not their last name in different languages. Yeah, yeah, true, there it is. I understand. I know that pun. It's a pun. It's not the opposite. It's just the next. It's the next increment. You got 1 and you got 2. Translator's note: the 1 and 2. Those are numbers. All the characters are named after members of a band. What? Bochi, The Rock, Johnson. I actually don't know the other characters' names. I just know what they look like. There's like a red-haired one, there's a blue-haired one, there's a blonde one. The blonde one has Dorito hair, right? That's a meme. No, the blonde one's named Nichika, right? I don't know the other one's names. Just like Keion, what the? They showed someone a manga book and he said it was backwards. You gotta read from the right to the left. It's the opposite way around. I remember like a long time ago when people would have forum signatures. People would have like Azumanga Daioh comics, but it was like left to right, like the Western reading order. And I think when they scanned the comics, they actually like horizontally flipped the images. It was back before manga was like popular in the US, I guess. And so when they translated it, there was like, people gotta know, you gotta read left to right. It's weird the other way around. And so I always thought Azumanga Daioh was like... I always thought manga was left to right. Until I saw it for real. I was like, why is everything flipped horizontally? It's kind of weird. And then I learned. And I learned in different parts of the world, they read books the other way around. And that's pretty cool. The members' family names are derived from the real-life J-Rock band Asian Kung Fu Generation. Instrumental roles matching. Did not know that. All the bands in Bocchi. There's only 2 bands. I don't even know. Some English translations flipped it and others, yeah. I don't know, you can never tell. But no, I think everyone does it the original way. Because otherwise it looks kind of weird. Otherwise you got things flipped. We're gonna go into night mode today. It's right, it's nighttime. Can you believe it? It's already nighttime. Nighttime for real. Anyway, it's been another hour. I forgot to hydrate. I guess I should do that right now. Wait, what is this thing that I just selected? Oh, frick. Has this been like this the whole time? Wait, what's happening? Hold on. Hold on. I think I accidentally moved something in my OBS. Like, this is not supposed to be here. There. Okay, I'm gonna hydrate. It's been an hour. It's hydration time. I'm gonna do that right now. Alright, I have hydrated. Welcome, Modern. Can you prove to me there are fish in this lake? Well, look at this. Where did these even come from, huh? From the lake, that's right. They were there. I demonstrated the fish. I showed the proper fishing technique. We caught so many fish today, can you believe it, guys? Look at this, we got this fish. We got another, look, that's a fish right there. Look at this one, look at this. Okay, you cannot believe this, look at this, we're catching. Remember the technique I told you guys? You gotta not have too much tension in the line. You know, when it goes like this, you gotta put it back like this. And you just keep waiting. You wait until the fish gets tired. It's just like in real life. Yeah, get real life, get it? Real life, okay. It's pretty cool. If you throw a fish into the lake, you can't even guarantee that the fish are, you can even, yeah, it's true. You could personally populate you could just take the fish, you just dump it in the ocean, dump it in the lake, introduce an invasive species into the lake, just for fun. You totally could. You absolutely could do that. Not me though, I would never do that. I would only catch the fish that are already in this lake and then release them back to the same lake. The exact same area even, you know? You gotta do it. Now check this out. Check out this fish that we just caught from this lake. You saw it here first. It's real. It was in the lake. There it is. There it is. I guess it might not be true, right? If we catch a fish and that fish was then the last fish in the lake, then our statement would be false. Right? If we caught literally every possible fish in the lake, me having caught a fish does not guarantee that there's at least one fish still in the lake. So I guess I didn't think of that. But as far as we know, it's still true. There probably are. Look at that, that's a bear. You guys didn't see that, but I saw it. Mint was just here asking about the bear. I just saw it. It was running through. I'm sure it probably didn't show up on screen, but it's there. If I can throw a fish into the lake, you can be sure. True. Yeah, that is true. You can for sure guarantee that it's there. Okay. Anyway, it's already been 2 hours. Wow. Can you believe that? Wednesday already? This week is already like more than halfway over. It's been going by pretty quickly. It's like at work, a bunch of people still on vacation, but one person came back from vacation this week. And since they've returned, the stand-up has been longer. They actually do process now. They actually go over the tickets that are in the sprint. Instead of just asking everyone what they're doing, they go over every ticket. And I'm like, man, I miss when no one's here. When no one was in the office. Sorry, there is no office. See, Cole says I took Friday off, so the week is nearly done. Yo. Is something happening this weekend? Is Sakura-con this weekend? Is that a thing? What's happening on Friday? It is? Yo, okay. I knew it. I remember that was a thing. Based on previous conversations. That's cool. Every Easter weekend. Oh yeah, Easter. That's a thing. Okay, I didn't know Sakura-con was every Easter. It's kind of like how like Anime Expo is every like July 4th weekend. Okay, now I can internalize this in my brain. Easter weekend, Sakura-con. Soccer? What if they had soccer there? Huh? Haven't been to my office in 2 months. I haven't been to an office in like 3 years probably. I guess my home is my office now. Still need to wrap up my. You gotta do it, Jack. You got. Sorry, Prob's not Jack. You gotta complete the thing you're working on, so you can fully enjoy the convention. I'm more or less zonked out during the longer meeting today. One guy was suggesting how to do deployment in our testing environment. Another was disagreeing strongly. When people have opinions about things and you have no opinion, you're just sitting there watching them. You're just like, sure, you can say things. You can say what you prefer. I will simply listen and offer nothing. It broke last minute. What? Well, you got like 2 days. You got to do it in 2 days. Are there any cool guests at Sakura-con you guys are looking forward to? I feel like the only time I've ever been to a convention, I never looked at what was gonna be there. I would just go there to hang out with friends. I feel like a lot of people do that as well. But sometimes they got like famous people flying in. They got like famous voice actors, voice actresses, singers perhaps. You got concerts. Nowadays they even have like VTuber meet and greets. It's a thing that's wild. They got these things set up. They got panels. They got guests. I did have an opinion, but I zonked out. Missed a bunch of relevant parts. Also valid. Me when I have something to say, but then I miss the opportunity to say it. So I'm just sitting there. Have a long weekend away from coding. I can't wait to not think about the cloud. What? But the clouds are right. There's a cloud right there. you're watching this stream and there's a cloud, several clouds. That one is AWS, that was GCP. Got Microsoft, DigitalOcean, Linode, Akamai's right there. Got Hetzner, Vultr, perhaps. Oracle's right there. Microsoft SQL Server. We talked about that one time. Let's see, looking forward to the Flow concert. Yo, Flow, Hamflow, the real Hamflow concert. No, Flow. They did Colors, right? Colors by Flow. Everyone knows that song. It's one of the classic songs, right there. Yeah, right there. People know. You guys are saying it. From Code.js. Xander Mobus, Smash announcer, also participating in arcade game tournament. What games? What kind? When people say arcade game, it can mean so many things, right? You got rhythm arcade games, you got classic arcade games like, you know, Pac-Man. Got fighting games. It's a lot of stuff. VTubers, Cloud, Jumpscare. Yeah, Cloud, Strife. Azure Lane. True. Helping to run a panel of guessing what game a song comes from. Yo, let's go. Playing Waka. I've heard of that one. I know that. It's like yeah, one of the washing machine ones. Yo, our boat is full. Look at this. We caught so many fish. We caught so many fish, we got the message, our boat is full. Bam. $108. That's Pog. I hope they sing Colors. Wouldn't it be messed up if they didn't, though? If you go to someone's concert and they're known for one song. I mean, I'm sure they're known for many songs, but that's the one song I know of that they sing. And then you're like, man, I hope they sing this song that they're famous for. And it's an anime convention, and they don't sing it. Look, I can't believe it. Can't believe they wouldn't sing this one song. It's like if you go to a Smash Mouth concert, and they don't sing All Star. Wouldn't that be messed up? I don't even know their other songs. Do they even have other songs? I don't even know. We don't even know. Let's see, recently saw some tweet that mentioned the US government had exposed AWS buckets. Why would government ever use AWS? There's an AWS government tier. They actually have a thing specific to the government. It's called like their political, I don't know, something. They have something like that. It's an Azure one too. Yeah, it's a common thing now. They have like different standards. I don't know. I've never had to deal with it, but it's there. It's real. It's different when you're a U.S. government and control Amazon. No, it's they got their own government agency stuff going on. It's probably more convenient than the government running their own cloud. It's probably more secure than that. There's a Queen Bee concert. What's that? Queen Bee? I don't even know who that is. It's the Fan Niji panel. What do they do in those panels anyway? Like the fan, if they had like a Fan Niji Sanji panel, what do they talk about? Do they like go over, do they just watch clips? So they have like funny moments? Funny moment compilation. People win prizes perhaps. Do like a quiz. They ask you questions about your Oshi, and if you can't answer them, then you're ashamed for life. It's just All-Star. Hey now. You're an All-Star. The German government uses private clouds, their own data centers usually. I guess. There's like trade-offs both ways, right? It's like AWS, they know how to scale things. They know how to provision stuff to make it useful for people. The government, then you gotta like, you know, you gotta find people that are qualified and want to work for the government. Stuff like that, I don't know. There are a bunch of clips mostly, but looks like you could just do that yourself, right? You could just watch clips on your own. You could watch clips in an audience with people. Let's see, Cole, if you see a Majima from Yakuza or a guy with a mirror on the head, it probably would be doxed. Prob's not Jack, doxed. Not doxing himself. I guess the fact that you said you're helping with the panel would probably make it very easy to identify. Whatever, it's fine. I'm not even going there. Surely no one here besides Cole is going to that. Audience reacts to clips. I guess it is funny sometimes to see how other people react. That's part of the fun of like going to the theaters, right? Watching a movie in theaters is different from watching it yourself at home, because you got audience laughing, you got people clapping at the end of the movie. Everyone stood up and clapped. Yeah, it's like when I watched the Love Live movie in theaters, and part of that movie takes place in New York. And me, as someone who was in New York watching the movie with a bunch of New Yorkers, everyone clapped. They were, yo, this place, I know this place. I've seen this place. This place is right across the street. And that was cool. You would not get that anywhere else. Anyway, yeah, it was fun. School time. Speaking of theaters, Mario movie's out. Apparently critics did not like it, but then the audience likes it. If you look on Rotten Tomatoes, it's got like a 98% approval from audience and like 40-something% from critics. Which is like, I don't know. I don't know what to think of it. Surely the critics were not Mario fans. You know, like movies like this, they're probably like made for people that already know Mario. Christopher Rat. That's him. That is a thing that happened recently. I definitely will not watch it in theaters. Story was standard mediocre, but Chris Pratt sucks. I don't know. I have no opinion about him. Never even watched a thing that he was in. Simply do not know. I'm sure Jack Black was good though. He probably did a great job as Bowser. But like, I guess one of the main complaints could be that it's basically just cashing in on nostalgia. People that know Mario can say, yo, I understand that reference. Yo, that's a fire flower, just like in Mario. Whoa, it's Rainbow Road, guys. Yo, that's the place that you go. That's the place that you go when you die. You guys know that? Do you guys know Rainbow Road? It's called a road. It's called a Rainbow Road. And then they got that shell. They got I'm sure there's going to be a blue shell. You know, when they're on Rainbow Road, surely someone will throw a blue shell. And then there'll be a tense moment and everyone's like, yo, I know that. Someone's gonna whisper to his friend, is like, that's the shell. That's, if you're in first place, that's the shell that gets you. And his friend's like, I didn't know that. Thanks for letting me know. And then the Koopas. The Koopas are there. And that's the road. That's the road. Toad is there. You got Toad. You got several Toads. Wasn't there a movie like that? Ready Player One? Yeah, that was it. That was a movie with references. Perhaps one of the, wait, I think I forgot to turn on. Did I not turn on my okay. Forgot to turn on the power thing. Because my headset was, I got the notification that my headset was running out of power. And I forgot to turn on the thing. I'm sure my battery percentage on my headset is like 1% right now. But now it's on. Now it's charging. Yeah, welcome Denchi. It's the real Denchi with the 2 underscores. Rainbow Road song is stuck in my head. Yeah, thanks to Hamflo. No, what about me? What about when I said the reference? I made the reference. And yet Hamflo gets the credit? Can't believe it. It's called a road. I even said it's called a road. Oh, he's got the clapping right there. I'll reference it better. Look, it's in text form. This guy said it as a word instead of me saying it out loud. This audio that could be misinterpreted. You never know. You look at the captions of audio, sometimes it's not even what it says. Info did it better. SMH is true. Sometimes he does do it better. Busy dealing with my RimWorld colonist dying? I feel like if it was up to me, I simply would not have my colonist die. I think it's a skill issue, as they say, as the kids say nowadays, skill issue. Yeah, they say that, right? That's a thing they say. I've heard them. I've seen it on Twitter, on streams. Everyone is saying, everyone, literally everyone, they're saying a skill issue. That's right. Every time something bad happens, skill issue. Every time you disagree with someone, skill issue. See, apparently someone used GPT-4 to tagline images to make memes out of them. Wait, what? Memes out of what? What the tagline images? I don't understand. I simply don't get it. Yeah, look, we're catching so many fish today. We have like an entire cooler full of fish. +3, +4, there's 4 extra fish. In addition to the full fish. Created a web app that generates memes. Oh, that's loud. Some loud thunder. I will click on that after I catch this fish. Reeling in with all my strength. That's not true. This is not all my strength. With some of my strength. Some percentage of my power. It's going right now. It's for real. Alright. Up here. Reel it in. This one's taking a while. I'm sure this is like not a tiny fish. It's not going to be that tiny green fish. It's got to be like a larger one. I can tell. This is where comedic timing takes place. I will struggle. Oh, there it is. Funny. There it is. Funny moment. I said it was not. It could not possibly be. Could not possibly be this tiny green fish. And look at what we have here. Look at this. It's that tiny fish. Hey, there's a wolf. You guys see that? That's a wolf. It's right there. You can see the shadow on the cliff. There it is. Okay, let me see what this is. Let me look at this meme generator. Oh. Oh. Created a web app that generates memes with a single click. So video, I guess I will click the video. He's taking generate memes, question mark. Choo choo tutorial on being late. Oh, I see. So you take a photo and then it just makes a comical thing. Is that Among Us? Got a clock. Oh, I see. I get it. It identifies objects and then makes a joke about the object. I see. Are those ovens? Is that an oven? Is that some garbage? That's the trash, right? This guy's walking into a door. You guys ever make a meme? I've made a meme once. Yo, it's the Mooney. I like how some of the drawings I made yesterday, people are using them as their Discord avatar now. It's like check in Discord, and it's like I was checking Mooney's Discord or server, and then I was like, what the? Wait, that looks familiar. Wait, I drew that. And then I saw Chia. Chia changed her avatar as well. And then Yorga King on our server, he changed his. It's like, what the? I did that. I drew. That's a thing that I drew. I was there. Also, yeah, I realized that I couldn't figure out whether it saved the images to a directory or not. It was just there. I think in the first game there was a thing where you could save the images, but I could not find it in this one. Back in my day, we had to make our own memes. Yeah, back in my day. They were called image macros, not memes. I feel like I'm also definitely guilty of calling things memes, even though they're not actually memes. GPT-4 is multimodal enough to describe images. Probably. Can we see your meme? I don't remember what meme I made. Everything, yeah, memes are everywhere. We're memes, your memes. It makes everything I say look like it has more pizzazz. Yo, pizza. It's pizza, but spelled differently. It has more pizza, pizzazz. That is indeed a real word, pizzazz. Anyway, it's cool. I'll probably play that game again at some point. Maybe next week, or maybe the week after. There's still that. So yesterday I was playing Passepartout because it just came out. There was like this other game that I was gonna play that I think I'll play next week instead. It's called like Landfall Archives. It was like released on April Fool's Day. It's the company that made Totally Accurate Battle Simulator. Apparently, like every April Fool's Day, they release like a game. And this one is like a bunch of games that they tried to make. It's like a collection. Landfall Archives. It's also one of those games that I hate, that when you start off the game, it starts off immediately rather than putting you into a menu. It's like, you know, when I start a game, I just want to check that it runs. But it'll just like throw me into a cutscene. It's like, it's got lore. It's like, I just wanted to start the game. I just want to like adjust my settings so that I know if I can stream it. I don't know. Anyway, it's free though if you want to check it out. Landfall Archives. Apparently it's like a bunch of different games. It's like 20 something games in one. And they're all like short. I don't know. It's like variety. Let's see, at some point my friends used to make memes with everyone's photos, not uploading them because we weren't dumb. Some wild stuff. What, they would just make memes and like show it to you guys in person? No adjusting. Does the game save drawings externally? That's what I tried to look up. I I thought it would save the images to a directory or somewhere, but I checked, there was no such thing. So I don't know. Anyway, yeah, games should consider streamers, you know? Print out the meme. Also, it doesn't help that I stream in 720p, so that even if you wanted to screenshot it, like, you probably don't have, like, the best resolution. Anyway, it's probably fine. It's not like a high-quality, like, drawing anyway. It's got compression, it's got artifacts. WhatsApp? I've never even used WhatsApp. Print out the meme in the library, pin it on the fridge. People do that. They have VRM import, but don't even save your pictures. I don't know. I have no idea. Because, I mean, they had it in the first game. I think in the first game, like, once you finish your artwork, before you sell it, you had the option to, like, save it as an image. But you had to remember to do it before selling it. So I was like, maybe there was an option to save it before selling it. So I actually, like, logged into the game again. I could not see such a button. So I don't know, maybe they forgot. You know, maybe they didn't even consider it. Maybe they did not consider me the streamer. I also saw, I was like checking the Steam page to see what other people drew. I think some of the brushes that they had, you can actually use blending. Like if you look at the community page, some people had like some fancy colors. Let's see, the community hub perhaps? You can see examples of people drawing things. Look at these high quality artworks, right? You got the Weed Cat Pokemon, you got Garfield. You got the frick is that? Is that SpongeBob? SpongeBob Breaking Bad? Oh, this one looks nice. Look at this one. Look at the people making masterpieces. You see this one? What is it? You can do this in this game? And I'm out here doing like stuff. Look at this, you got someone in a field? That looks so good. Okay, this is the one that I saw that was like, oh yeah, there's like brushes that you can blend with. I didn't even know. I was just there using the basic starter brush the whole time. You got people painting scenery. Seeing this? We got a mountain. Got Mudkip from Pokemon. Yeah, these are really good. I think this means you can see them after you sell. These? Oh, you mean, okay. No, this is when he's drawing it. These are like, yeah, they're currently in the process of drawing them. Oh wait, hold on, this? Oh, you mean, okay, the fact that this is framed like this? Maybe. Actually, so spoilers for the first game is that after you beat the game, all of your artwork that you sold is in a gallery at the end. I don't know, maybe this is like that. Maybe at some point you get to see everything you've drawn. Maybe, I don't know. Possibly. There has to be images located somewhere. Yeah, I mean they're in the save file somewhere, but they're not exposed as images. I don't know. Maybe they just didn't get around to adding it. Also, there's like a ton of areas that I didn't actually explore. When I played the game, I was mostly just staying in the same area. And apparently the town is pretty big. Also, welcome to Sniper 2. I totally did not even see your message. Welcome. You're like here at the end of the stream. Basically, it's about time that we end the stream. Did I say welcome Stanley? Have you been here? I don't know. to reverse engineer the save file. No, that's too much effort. That's too much effort for me. But anyway, I guess that'll be it. Gonna find out what to do, what day today is. Whoops. Do exclamation mark today. You arrived an hour ago. I guess I didn't see your message. I'm scrolling up. Okay, let's do today. National today. We got National Deep Dish Pizza Day. Accelerate ACL Awareness Among Young Women Day. Bell Bottoms Day. We got a bunch of days. We got a bunch of days. Holy Wednesday, International Day of Conscience. Yo, National You guys say caramel or caramel? I feel like I usually say caramel. Like there's an A in it, right? If it was caramel, why is there an extra A? That doesn't make sense. Caramel, caramel. Do people say caramel dancing? Caramel dancing? Caramel dancing? You watched the Mario? We were talking about the Mario movie. We were doing that. National Flash Drive Day. National Self-Care Day. Yo, National Walking Day. Peeps Day. Oh yeah, it's about to be Easter. Peeps is like one of those sweets that only exists around Easter time. Right? You guys ever have Peeps? They taste kind of gross, to be honest. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of that. Read a Roadmap Day. You have a bunch of birthdays. Do I know any of these people? No, I don't. Lil Sasquatch's birthday? For this hilarious Twitter star and blogger, the world is an oyster? What is that? Okay, I know this guy, Pharrell Williams. He was, he sang the Minion song, right? Happy? He sang that song. Peeps? Yeah, Peeps. Pretty gross, in my opinion. Okay, what day do we want to do today? We got, National Self-Care? No, not that one. Let's do National... Caramel Day? Perhaps? Or... Deep Dish Pizza Day? No. Welcome Faye Channel. Minion Wolfie Wen, never. Let's do walking. Let's do National Walking Day, right? Denchi's a fan of Peeps. Is Easter like a big thing in Europe? Cause like my managers all for Europe. We have someone from Norway that was like, oh yeah, it's like a huge deal in Norway. It sure is. I had no idea. We don't even get Easter Monday off, like at all over here. I used to think it was like a holiday we would get off. We don't. Apparently it's a huge thing in Easter, or in Europe. And I never realized, because I never had, you know, until I started this company, I started working at this company, and never had any European coworkers. But now, like, basically all my coworkers are Europeans. It's like everyone's like on vacation. It's a major holiday. We don't have that. Okay, anyway, National Walking Day. National Walking Day raid. There's probably an emoji of like a guy walking. Okay, let's see who to raid. We got people streaming. Let's see. Who do I want to... You can watch Choco Jacks play Legend of Zelda, the Minish Cap. I'm sure Hamflow streaming, right? Hamflow. He's playing Alien Isolation. Who am I raiding? Let's raid. Just looking at my list. I'm looking at the list of people that are streaming. You know, I think I'll prioritize people who stream I actually like watch and people that come to these streams sometimes. Sometimes I raid someone and it's just like I've never even really watched their stream. Okay, let's raid Margot. What's she doing? Red Ninja? Some sort of retro game? I don't know. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna send the raid. Paste in this. I'll be back tomorrow with Dark Souls 2. And Friday, I will be playing Miku Picross, as usual. And by as usual, I mean for the second week in a row. Saturday, I think I'll play Hitman. Probably. I'll do some story mode in Hitman. You can watch me fail at assassinating people, I don't know. But yeah, that's it. Have a good rest of your Wednesday or Thursday, depending on your time zone. And yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for the stream, thanks for watching. Fishing, we did so much fishing today. So much fishing. So many fish, we don't even know what to do with it. We're just there. Yeah, just like that. That's the fish. That's one of the fish that I caught. Whoops, I accidentally clicked the emote. And goodbye. Goodbye, everyone. I'm gonna stop talking. As soon as that countdown starts, we got the... At the 10? Okay, goodbye. Thanks, dude. Thanks. Goodbye. Goodbye. The fish that I caught. No, that I caught. We got another raid. Alright, goodbye. See you.